first I'll probably say that this is the one and only time I'll address this issue because, the interview was done back in April, like right after the draft, and just things taken out of context, and that's the problem with today's day and age. You don't read the whole thing, you don't put two and two together, you just kind of read scripts, and then people, they combine sentences from different conversations, and so it seemed very disrespectful, and I can understand that, but what people didn't realize is the conversation entailed of me saying that I was surprised I was drafted #1 overall too, and then me going on a rant after that about QB evaluation, and then me frustration from recruiting processes and stuff that I've had that it's very well documented, my thoughts on a lot of that. And so it had nothing to do specifically about Daniel, about the winning and stuff, but I reached out to Daniel because all that blew out of, way out of hand, and I wanted him to know how I felt, and I've heard nothing but great things from Saquon and Sterling-Shepard, guys that, have a lot of respect for him and that I, respect their opinions. And so I just wanted to clear the air with him, and it is what it is. That's today's day and age. You read one thing and you can have your feelings, but that's the only reason I addressed it yesterday, is because that, to me, that came back on my character. That's one thing that I don't care about a lot of opinions of it, if you like me or not, but that looked like my character was, way out of line, and so that's the only reason I addressed it.
Were you blindsided by this, or did you know it was?
No, I mean, just once it came out, I was like, wow, that's completely forgot that we even had that conversation back in April, and then was pretty confused about it, to be honest with you, because that wasn't what the conversation was.
What was his reaction to your?
He was very nice. Everything that people have said about him. He was cordial. Said, "No worries, man." Because I know Saquon and Sterling and a couple guys over there as well, and so I think that's the good thing about having people around the league that is it can be said whatever's on the outside. People can have their opinions, but when it comes down to it, I've worked with some people, and they know how I am inside the building and who I am as a person.
Baker, just to be clear, the article made it seem as if you were talking about your mind being blown about Daniel going 6 because of his win-loss record at Duke. Those were that's a different conversation that didn't even involve you, or was that not reflective of the conversation?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is it was on the lines of me talking about evaluating and the college frustration of me not getting offers and saying that winning comes first if you're a quarterback. And I can absolutely understand the relation to that, and there's no question about it, which is why I felt like reaching out to Daniel. But that's the type of thing that frustrates me, because it was taken out of context, and then on top of that, now we're talking about something that's not about the Browns. And so, to me, that's the biggest thing.
There's Baker Mayfield trying to clear the air. How did he do?
Well, first of all, a good job calling the kid, and I thought that was a pro move. I thought the comments, while they were back in April, and yeah, they probably were taken a little bit out of context.
Not that much.
But he said it. I mean, come on. Is Baker really going to try to say they didn't say it? I wasn't there. Obviously, that reporter has tried to stick up for himself. Here's the thing here. Fans, though, have to make up their mind, because when the story came out and it rolled out, some fans were like, all right, he doesn't need to be saying these things. That is a privileged class in that league. Those guys all stick together. You don't hear them rip each other. Bernie used to hang out with all those guys in the offseason. He had his golf tournament. They would all come and join together. The Jim Kellys, John Elway's. It's not that he didn't want to beat them, but I think they enjoyed that they were this rarefied
and they
group.
Could pick each other's brains.
Sure,
too.
absolutely. But fans have to make up their mind, because we had a lot of calls right after it that were like, we love this. We love that we've got a guy that says what's on his mind, and he trashes these other guys. We've been trashed for years, and now it starts. And now today, all the calls are, well, see, it's out of context. He didn't say it. I mean, the media's making up everything. It's like, well, what do you want? Do you want him to say it? Do you not want him to say it? I do agree with Baker. It's unfortunate that we're talking about something that's not the Browns.
Yeah, this close to the start of the season.